Hi traders and welcome to the PL Capital Commodity Report. I'm your host Paul. We're going to look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, silver, and uranium. So let's get to the chart. I'm going to start with the spot market for natural gas. We'll look at futures in a bit. I really like this chart because I just think it is so much easier to read, so much easier to chart than the futures market. So with that, looks to me like we've got four waves now in. So 1, 2, 3, and then, like I said last week, I was expecting one more push up because that would be a perfect diagonal. And that's exactly what they did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the ABC. So I believe that the 4 is now in, and now we head down for 5. So, I mean, it's almost amazing how perfect this is looking for a diagonal. Like, just draw these parallel lines and the price is just bouncing in between these. So this chart looks really, really good, and it's really easy to kind of figure out. Now, when we look at the futures market, this is the May contract, which is about to expire. Last week I said, well, the only thing that would make any sense is if this is going to be a running flat because I knew that this low over here, I knew that wasn't 3 and that wasn't 4. So the only thing that made any sense was it was a running flat. But price went up, but it didn't go high enough. And it's really only just a pretty simple 1, 2, 3 wave move. Needed 5 waves to come up into that region. So they're not going to do that. So we can take all this off. That's not going to happen. And so on this chart, I think what we have here is that this is 1, this is 2, this was 3, and that was 4. So we've actually on the futures market, I think they've been in the 5th wave since back here in March. And I think this is the start of the 5th wave. This is just the A, this is the B, and then this is, they're coming down for the C wave. And we got 1, 2, and then they broke that low today. So what I think on this chart, which is kind of mute because it'll never happen, but this would happen, a 3, 4, and a 5 will be happening on this chart. But like I said, because it's expiring, it doesn't matter. So if we look at the next chart, we look at the June contract. This one's still real, I don't know, for me it's kind of ugly compared to the spot market. But you know, you got your 1, you got your 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and then here's the ABC. That was 1, and then zoom in, ABC, that was, I mean, ABC, that's A, ABC, that's B, and now it's going to come down for the C wave. And then that'll be the 5. So that's what I'm looking for on the futures market. But like I said, I really like this chart because it's just, it's really crystal clear. So got to come down for the 5th wave. And on this chart, it'll be in 3 waves to come down here and break this 1604 low. All right, natural gas. So let's move on now to oil. And oil just been bouncing around here. And did they break that? Yeah, they did. So we could take that off because I was wondering if they're going to make an impulse. So far, we only have 3 waves up. There's a 1, 2, 3. So I think that's probably the A wave. And then this is all going to turn into a B. And then there'll be one more up. And then fall. Now, they could just come down from where they are right here and break that 80.68 low. Because there are 3 waves. I think though they'll make a little bigger correction. So this might fall a little bit more. It doesn't even have to. There's three waves for this B wave, so that could be B right there. They could come down more, but I think there'll be one more push up just to break that high, 83.67 one more time. Get above there and then sell off one more time and then I think this correction will be over. Now they don't technically they don't have to, like I said last week. So go back out to a 2 hour. They did make three waves into this purple box, but given how big this 5 wave move was, just had a hard time believing that 80.68 is all the correction, and now we're going to go straight up. So I think they'll spend some time just bouncing around, correcting, and that's why I think one more up maybe, and then one more down. So I think anything under 80.68 looks really good to start looking for the buy setup to go break the 87 high. All right, oops. Oh yeah. Let's go on to the metals. Start with copper. All right, so copper, they actually pushed it up again. So this fifth wave still wasn't even in yet. Now with this sell-off, starting on Monday, actually Sunday night, they started selling it. Now the fifth wave looks probably done. I'd like to see a bigger correction though. I at least come down into this purple box down here, like 4.2, 4.21. Somewhere in here is where a really good entry place would be if you're not already in. After this 5 wave move up, should be a correction down into this zone. And then you want to be buying that to go break the high, but this isn't enough of a correction yet. So I just stay out of copper if you're not already in. And if you are in, you just got to manage your trade somehow. Maybe play it with some options to hedge against it. But yeah, I think this should be working its way down here and then going back up. All right, gold. All right, gold still coming down nicely. I still think it'll come down here 22. Yeah, like 2200 to 2250, somewhere in this range here. I think that's a really good place to start to look for the buy. So I don't think this is done yet. I think this is a diagonal, but there are 3 waves now. But that's an awfully quick. I think, and then they do have a little 3 wave move up. So I would like to see either correct down and then still one more up and then down, or just come down right now. But either way, I think somewhere in this box, so follow the trend lines here, I think somewhere in here will be a really good entry for gold. So I think that's got a little bit more to go. And then when we look at silver, the same thing. It's getting really close to this purple box here. And again, it's 3 waves, so I could actually see them kind of maybe going up a little bit. Can come above all of this action over here, but at least one more up probably, and then come down for that 4, and then we'd be going up for the 5. So yeah, both gold and silver, well, and copper too, I think just need more a little bit more correction. So just be kind of waiting. Just play the waiting game. Have some patience on those. And uranium is just going sideways. I mean, it's just been inside of this 32.59 and 26 range now for a while here. So I'd only be looking for the buy setup, but it's because it's not going up. I was thinking that maybe this was like the start, 1, 2, 3 to there. And then you got a 1, 2, 3 to here. So if it was going to be going up in a diagonal, like that was 1 and this was 2, and then they're going to go up for 3, 4, and a 5. Like this should have been going already. Like it's really correcting a lot here. So I don't really like that. So I'm wondering if this was just an ABC correction, and now they might actually be going down. So it really needs to get above that really soon, because if it comes down again, like this is a really big correction for that little move up. I almost feel like if they come down again, like they're going to break that. And if they break that, I think there's a really good chance then it comes all the way down. And then this is just a bigger correction for this 5-wave move up. So uranium right here, I think you got to be really careful. If it does start to reverse, like pretty much like tomorrow, and break 29.72, then maybe the buy starts to look good, because if it does keep going, it's going up for the 3, the 4, and the 5. So you got a lot more room to go. But if you're not already in, I think I might want to just wait a little bit just to see what one of these has to break, 29.72 or 28. And I think if 28 breaks, I think you might have a good chance of actually getting it into the 26s, and then that'd be a really good trade. But if it does get some strength tomorrow, you might want to start looking into a buy setup, putting maybe a small position on or something. But yeah, uranium, it's got more up, but there could be a chance that you're going to get it lower. So let's see what happens in this range. Should be happening really tomorrow or Friday. There should be hopefully some kind of break one way or the other. All right, that's the commodities. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your likes and support. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.